I've been getting a bit fed up of certain F1 drivers, and while the worst of the cash money boys is thankfully gone, I think there's space for better drivers and better teams in F1. Here's my just about plausible hopes for the 2023 grid. Mercedes. I am British. I like this lineup. I like where they are relative to other teams. No changes necessary. Haas are the other team that remain unchanged. I'm glad to see Magnussen get a chance to drive again, and he's done well. No reason to change that. A Ferrari customer team, Alfa Romeo, have been forced to take Zhou this year for his money. Yeet, he's gone, and let's put Formula 2 hotshot and one of my favourite drivers, Théo Pourchaire, into the seat. He's a Sauber Academy driver too, so he's a shoo-in. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Next. Williams is a similar story to Alfa Romeo. I'll keep Albon and ditch the pay driver. Instead, Formula 2 and Formula E champion Nick de Vries will actually get to drive in Formula 1. Seriously, how has he not got a drive yet? That'll shore up Mercedes-Williams relations as well, and give Merc a potential option for when Hamilton retires. Alonso is fast, but he's too old, so he's gone. Ocon stays as the French lifeblood of the team, supported by the lightning-fast Oscar Piastri. He's just too good to let slip between the cracks. Alpine don't even have a B team for him to go to, so you can't just hold him there for years like Mercedes did to Russell. I'm still grumpy about that, by the way. Charles is to Ferrari what Max is to Red Bull. I like Charles. You can look back to my very first video on this channel where I rated him higher than Max to see that. I might look a little bit silly now, but I can't see him not winning the championship this year. With him, I'd put Pierre Gasly. Whether he's perpetually overperforming his car, or whether his teammates just suck, it's hard to say, but he'd certainly get the chance to prove himself against Leclerc. And he'll finally escape AlphaTauri, which is such a middling team. AlphaTauri is going to go back to the way it was, a ruthless test for Red Bull rookies, and not just a Gasly showcase. I'm going to promote Vips, and then whoever finishes higher in F2 out of Hauger and Lawson. Is that a cop-out? Maybe, but it's also fair. Red Bull absolutely has an issue with ditching academy drivers too soon, and my plan may seem like it's encouraging that, but they really need to just stop signing so many drivers to their academy. By keeping Gasly and Tsunoda where they are, you're only going to hold back talented youngsters who deserve their shot at the big time. Red Bull. Verstappen is Red Bull, and I'm fine with that. He can stay, but I'm swapping out Perez for Carlos Sainz. For me, Perez hasn't quite fit into Red Bull. There's just something intangibly off about seeing that Mexican in that seat. Sainz and Verstappen made their F1 debuts together at Toro Rosso back in 2015, and Carlos could finish the curse of the Red Bull second seat once and for all. Lando has signed for McLaren for 3 years in what is looking like an overly optimistic move, but he does seem to be able to get the most out of the car, and I'll let him stay. Ricciardo, on the other hand, has severely disappointed, and I'm officially firing him. I have tried to respect the contracts already held in this video, but he's just been that bad. Instead, I'll throw a bone to Pato O'Ward, who I think is one of a few Indy drivers who could be good enough to stick the landing to F1. Let's see if he can handle a real car, eh? Last, and most likely least, Aston Martin. I'm scrapping their current roster because I can, and while I like Vettel as a person, he just hasn't been doing much recently. Instead, I'll be returning Perez to the team that stabbed him in the back, alongside the toothless honey badger. I don't have any kind of dislike for those two drivers, they just occupy the meh zone in my mind, and I think they could both benefit from battling someone who should be pretty close to them, at least on paper. And that's it. 3 pay drivers, 2 world champions and a Red Bull rookie are out, and 4 Formula 2 drivers, a Formula E driver and an IndyCar driver are in. 8 teams see changes, and 2 of them completely scratch their lineups. What do you reckon? Is there a perfect driver pairing I've missed out on? What does your ideal F1 grid look like? See you next time.
But wait! There's more!
Vettel and Hulkenberg with Porsche. Joseph Newgarden and Colton Herta with Andretti.